apparently. Alright, just gotta get this going. Get all live everywhere. Oh, let's see if we can get it going, shall we? Anybody else? No, just me. Oh no, 3 people. It says 3 people. Can you let me know if the microphone's working in the live chat? Yeah, it's Jack. Alright, Jack. G'day. Everyone let me know if it's all working properly. You can see me, you can hear me. Trying to get it all going. YouTube. Trying to get it live with everything. Thanks, Jack. A few more people to jump on. I'll try and get a thing put out on Instagram, Twitter, and everything else. Sorry about this. It's the first time I've ever done a live thingy. Gym channel. Right, is that one done? If any of you have got questions you want to put in the chat, so once we get going, I'll start answering some questions. If you've got local business that you want to give a shout out, send me the information in the chat or on Messenger, and I'll give you a shout out for that as well. Or if you've got your own channel you want a shout out to, put that in there. How many we got? 4. It's 4 of you. Hi Sandra and Jack. Yeah, it's been almost a year now. On my 9 months I've stopped smoking for. Partner's stopped smoking proper fags as well. She's on the vape pen now. So it's basically a non-smoking household. Yeah, I feel a lot better for it. Yeah, I'm proud of myself as well. I actually got to a point, I was talking to my dad, and he goes, do you notice about not smoking how you can taste things and smell things? And I sat there for a minute. I thought, I used to smoke. I completely forgot about it. But yeah, I feel a lot better for it. However, this lockdown hasn't helped. I've put on quite a bit of weight. It was all that snacking and everything else to cure the boredom. Hi, Matt. It was strange, if I'm honest, giving up smoking. I was smoking since I was, I don't know, just in case my dad's watching this. No, sorry. I've been smoking since I was about 11. About 12, between 12 and 14, he caught me. Smoked for all that time. But it was just strange. One night I just sat here thinking about stuff to do for the YouTube channel and watching some telly. And I just decided I don't think I want to smoke anymore. I finished my last fag, put it in the bin, and I just refused to buy myself. Here we go. Yeah, I didn't find it as hard as I thought it was going to be. It was a lot easier than I thought. It was just the right time for me to do it, I guess. Hi, Nicola. What's your favourite type of wood to build outdoor structures with? I don't really have a favourite type of wood because I am just starting to learn all this stuff myself. I'm teaching myself as I go along. I use what I can find. It's mainly birch that's in the woods where I do the building at the moment, but we're going to find some more spaces. Oak as well, we use to build that. But for building like the fences I built in the garden and building my cabin myself, I've actually used shipping pallets. I found them very strong. They've weathered in well. Talk about putting on weight. Are there any forest berries you can recommend for helping control weight? I don't have that much knowledge, if I'm honest, but there is a few. Just 1 second, I'll grab my book. Good question. Get me foraging field guide out. Here we go. This is a little thing I've been taking notes of when I go out foraging. And there was actually one that helps. Rose hips. If you cook them right into the right meals, you can have them in the salad or whatnot. It actually not only just helps rheumatoid arthritis, helps build your immune system, and it helps metabolizes all that extra weight that you put on, all that extra fat, helps your body metabolize it better. So with rose hips and a bit of exercise, hopefully I can get my weight off, and maybe that can help you. But like I said before, I'm only learning these things now. There's a lot of stuff that I found that I didn't actually know was edible, like fuchsias. I didn't know they were edible, but we tried them. They're good and be good for a salad. Daisies as well. Goosegrass as well could be used to make coffee. But making myself a little book, which when I'm finished, I'm going to see if I can get it made up, published into something, see if we can make that available for merch. Who else we got? Matt again. If I'm honest, Matt, it weren't so much inspired to use that type of wood. It was the fact that, like I've said before, I've got no funds to do anything, and pallets were free from around the corner. So I literally picked them up, thought, right, what can I build with this? Knock it together. A lot of the stuff that I've talked about on the Instagram and the Facebook before, the fence, which actually looks like an old rustic fence, is quite good. I built a coffee table, the bench, a wooden box for the garden. All this stuff is just ideas that I've had in my head and trying to put it into practice to see if I can get it to work. David Cooper, favourite animal to hunt, kill and cook? I'm going to have to say pheasant, because that's the only one I know that you're legally allowed to hunt at certain times in the UK here. It's the easiest one for me to prepare, skinning and cooking and whatnot, and you can do so much with it. You can roast it, you cook it basically any way you can with the chicken. So for me, favourite one's got to be pheasant. But I did like the rabbit, because I got some rabbit from a local store and cooked it into a pie, and I actually quite enjoyed it. Your roast hips hopefully take the weight off my hips. That's quite funny, Jack. I like that. What's the last animal hunted down? Like I said, pheasant. I actually went and hunted some pheasant with my dad a few years ago. It was my first time, and he showed me how to skin it in the field. We shot the pheasant and skinned it right there. And Dad said, what you do is you chuck the skin back into the woods. Music do I like? That's a hard question, because I like all types of music. I like Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., Dean Martin, but I also like some country music, like Dolly Parton. What else do I like? I like a lot of hip hop music: Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Dougie Fresh, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, stuff like that. What else? Some pop music. I will tragically admit to used to liking the Spice Girls back in the day. Yeah, I'd like a bit of everything. If I feel like I like it, it doesn't matter what genre it is. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I just won't listen to it. But there is one genre of music that I cannot stand, and that's mumble rap. Yeah, it sounds like a load of noise to me. I don't like it. Out of all your videos so far, which was your favourite to make, and got any big plans for content in the year? If I'm honest, so far my favourite to make has been these foraging ones, because I'm getting out there doing some exercises, just walking and walking and walking. I can take the dog out, and I'm learning a lot. I might not know what everything is right at the moment, but I'm learning. So I'm enjoying making them ones. As for future videos, we got to show some more tarp shelters when we can get down into the woods properly, into the area I like to use. But there's so many people down at the moment. A lot more foraging videos as the seasons open up. We get more stuff, new stuff that we'd learn about. Thinking of making another video of a little project that I've got in my head. It's a public footpath. There's a gully that's been washed in there. I want to build a bridge out of the surrounding wood, so it makes it easier for people to walk past. So basically more building, more foraging. I'm going to see if I can do more cooking, more fishing. It just matters what these stupid lockdown restrictions are in this country, and how close I can get to getting a vaccine, and how safe I can make it for my partner and my kids, because they're highly vulnerable. What else? Yeah, I like My Way by Frank Sinatra as well. I like the Old Black Magic as well. That's my favourite. And Volare by Dean Martin. I like that one as well. What's the scariest moment you've had in the wilderness? At the moment, it's the first time me and the kids went and done some campfire cooking, and big, massive Dalmatian run straight through me, knocked me on my backside, stole the sausages and run off. And the kids were screaming, and I was trying to get the sausages, and that's the scariest thing that's happened at the moment. Hopefully there's not that many scary things happen, but I know these things happen. So when we go out there, you'll all see it on camera, because I don't edit things out of my videos. I just put it all together and put it out there for you. So if there's any scary things, you'll all see them. A few bars of Frank Sinatra karaoke I would do, but my karaoke days are well and done. I've done 10 years being a karaoke DJ for weddings, kids' parties, and that, and that part of my life's done. If I could meet any celebrity, who would it be? I would say Donald Trump, so I can give him a slap. But realistically, the only celebrity I've ever really wanted to meet, that I'm never going to get to meet, is an old wrestler from 80s, 90s, the Ultimate Warrior. That's the only celebrity I'd ever wanted to meet personally. Right. I'll see you later, Sandra. Thanks for popping by. But yeah, the Ultimate Warrior is definitely the celebrity that I wanted to meet, but never had the chance and never can now. I have met the old Doctor Who, Tom Baker, not Barker, Tim Baker. I've met him before. My dad's met Paul McCartney. It's one I'm kicking myself that I missed out on because I could have gone with him. But yeah, it's not much. Not many other celebrities that I actually wanted to meet. Met Gary Rhodes, Simon from Blue, Duncan from Blue. Yeah, so I'll ask you guys a question now. What sort of videos would you like me to do in the future to see if I can teach myself some new stuff? Or do you want to see some more of the food challenge videos I've done before? Like the bugs and the creepy crawlies and hot stuff and all that stuff? Or I don't know. What would you guys like to see next? Let's get a drink. So, what else we got? Anything else? So, yeah. No more questions? No. This has been good. I didn't think many of you would actually pop on the live video. I was a bit worried, but it's good. I've got a few questions. It's been good. Oh, another question for you guys. With all the information that's out there, conspiracies and whatever, what are your thoughts on having the COVID vaccine? Don't matter which one it is, Pfizer, AstraZeneca, or whichever one they come up with next. So what are your thoughts on having that? And if I get chosen to have the vaccine, would you like it if I'd done a video of me having the vaccine? Oh, got lots of questions now. Alex, do I like Doctor Who? I'm not a particular fan of Doctor Who. I've watched a few episodes. I prefer the old Doctor Who to the new Doctor Who. But I wouldn't really say I'm a fan. It's just something that I'd watch if I didn't have nothing else to watch. What's something you would love to add to the channel if you could? To be honest, I would like to do experiences for the channel. But lack of money in that obviously is a problem, and restrictions are a problem. I'd like to go, say, skydiving, up in a helicopter, whatever. All these different experiences that I've not done before. Just to say that I've done them would be another thing that I'd like to add to the channel, and just see if it alleviates people's fears so they can do them as well. So that would be a thing. Big fan of DIY foraging and cooking. Oh, there's definitely some foraging coming out, and I'm going to see if I can forage more stuff and bring it back and do some cooking and get some recipes for stuff that help you stay healthy and stuff you can find in the wild. And fishing videos. Yeah, when it's a bit later on in the year, the restrictions are lifted and it's safer for me to go out and not bring a bug home. Yeah, I'll be doing more fishing videos, different places, because we've done Hastings Beach. We're going to go down to St Leonard's, Bexhill, Coodon, possibly Eastbourne, and then maybe go the other way towards Folkestone as well. See if I can get hold of some freshwater fishing gear and do some freshwater ponds and lakes and reservoirs. There's a fishery called Wylands near me that has a load of carp in there, so I might have to try that as well. Marcus, building and making stuff are the best videos I've seen. Pallets used. Pallets are great because they don't rot so easy and they're strong to a point. You don't let them get too weathered, or you don't let them start to rot because they've been buried and everything else. They're great. As you've seen on the Instagram, the Facebook. What did I build? I built a fence, 25, 30 foot of fence. I built the cabin. I built a garden storage box, a hanging herb garden. What else? Bench, table. Unfortunately, we lost our dog just after Christmas, so I had to build a coffin as well. Started building stuff at my mum's place as well before all this lockdown stuff happened. So yeah, they're quite versatile and you could build a lot of stuff. Thrifty DIY pallet stuff would be good. Yeah, I think more building ones would be good, because you guys only seen like the beginning and end of the projects and the separating pallet videos. So yeah, I think more of them would be good. What else you got? Okay, what's the next thing you'll make out of pallets? Well, there's some bits and pieces I want to do inside the cabin. I want to make a proper hard workbench. It's not going to wrap. Build some shelving units that can hold all the nuts and bolts and all my tools up there, and my big toolbox. And just some proper storage and that for everything down at the cabin is going to be the next pallet thing that I build. But next building thing that I want to do out in the woods is build a bridge over this gully for a public walkway in the woods. What's the biggest animal I could beat in a fist fight? I don't know. If I'm honest, I don't really know, because I don't know my own strength, if I'm honest. Sometimes I feel strong as an ox and I can lift stuff that I didn't think I'd be able to. Other times I'm as weak as a mouse. It just comes with the job that I do, being a full-time full of it. Other days you just want to curl up in a hole. So it would depend on what sort of day it is, strong day, weak day, and how scared I am of the animal, because there are some animals I don't like, I very much don't like. Let's say a big dog, like a Great Dane or something, just sort of that size at the moment. That's how I'm feeling at the moment. Give me the vaccine. See, that's Jack. Give me the vaccine as well. That's how I feel at the moment. David Cooper, I very much agree with you. As being a carer of somebody that's medically highly vulnerable, I really want to get this vaccine done for her and for me, and just try and get some sort of normality back in our lives. Yeah. How many animals have you and the kids written on the wall? Well, since the last time we added some on, we've had 3 more different birds. And we've had a fox visitor. Scared the life out of me, came into the cabin one night. But 3 birds was a wild turkey, which I posted on Instagram, that I nearly caught with my bare hands. I wasn't quite quick enough. I was chasing that up the country road. And there was a kestrel. Can't remember if I added that to the wall, and a buzzard. So one of them I added to the wall, one of them I didn't, but we seen those. And yesterday we saw a long-tailed. I can't remember. I've written it down somewhere ready to write on the wall. The long-tailed something. It's a little black and white bird about this long, but the tail is long-tailed wagtail. That's what it was. and blue jay we saw as well. So that's what we've added on a few since the last time you saw the wall. What else we got on there? No, I don't need the permit to build the bridge because I'm just going to use the fallen dead wood that's already there. Use the stuff that's already there to build a place to make it more safe, so people are not just going to slip and fall down the hole when they're chasing their dogs or they're not looking where they're going. As long as I don't disturb the natural habitat, I don't need a permit. It's just literally a case of using what's there to build a footpath so everything can continue as it's meant to. So I wouldn't need a permit. That turkey, yeah, it was a large female turkey. I was chasing it, and I didn't actually think I was going to catch it. I didn't catch it, but the conversation me and my partner had after I caught it was hilarious. She was dreading me catching it, and I said to her, "What would you do if I actually caught it, brought it in the car?" And she didn't know, and I said maybe I should have took it up the school on a lead and shown everybody up the school, because it says on the sign to the school, no dogs, but it doesn't say no turkeys. Yeah, my partner did try and catch it. You should have seen me. I jumped out of the car and I was following this turkey up the country road, and she tried to get it on a camera, but she was still trying to drive a car, so she couldn't do that and that at the same time. Otherwise that would have been a funny video. What's the most positive thing you've taken from lockdown? The most positive thing I've taken from lockdown is that you shouldn't let people judge you or push you into doing stuff you don't want to do. And you shouldn't trust everything everybody says. I did have a couple of what I thought were friends before lockdown. And they convinced me of something that wasn't true. And then it all erupted into a big, massive fight where they offered to kick my head in, and I offered to let them, and nothing happened. So instead of being childish and bite into it, I just decided that was it, cut it off. And now I just do things that make me feel good and things that I can learn from. I don't want that negativity bringing me down. So that's the most positive thing from lockdown I found. As long as I don't dwell on the bad stuff that happens and just keep trying to push forward and learn things and stay positive as much as I can, then I know that I'm going to get through this. And worse things come to worse anyway, I know how to forage for food and hunt for food. So when everyone turns to zombies because of this coronavirus and everything else, I'll be all right. Do I like TV game shows like The Chase? I do like The Chase, but for probably a different reason than everybody else does. I'm always sat there waiting for Bradley to make his cock-ups, like with Fanny Schmeller and his corpse in laughter. That's why I like that one. But the ones I like are Pointless. I like. I also like the one with like the 2p fools. What they call Dropping Point or something like that. They drop the pennies down. I like that one. Started using your pizza hack for the little fingers plastic table. Yeah, I do have a little useful life hack. If any of you have been skiing and got them goggles, put them on before you chop onions. You may look like a prat. If you don't care, do it. But it actually works. Stops you from crying. Or a skiing mask, scuba diving mask. Put that over your eyes. Stops you from crying. Don't know why it works. It looks absolutely stupid, but it works. Let's have a look. David Cooper. Someone gives you a box if it has a button on it. If you press the button, you would get £1 million, but someone completely random will die. Do you press the button? No, I wouldn't push the button because I don't want anybody to die that doesn't have to, would be my answer. But if I was in depressive mood, I would definitely say yes, push the button because I don't care. And I'd probably press it a few hundred times. But my state of mind at the moment, I'm quite balanced out, and I would say no, because not wanting anyone to die that doesn't particularly have to die. Same with this COVID. If they didn't have to die, they shouldn't wish death upon anybody, even these stupid anti-vaxxers. That's my opinion, by the way. I think they're stupid. That's my opinion. If you're an anti-vaxxer, that's your point of view. But yeah, I wouldn't push the button in my current state of mind. It's a bit deep, heavy. That name sounds fake. Okay. Can I press it twice? What's the first thing you do? Honestly, it'd be like a kid in the candy shop. I'd be so happy that I wouldn't know what to do, where to go first, what to do first. I think just continuing as I am at the moment, getting on with what needs to be done, and then figuring out what to do for content in between. Because I have a lot of responsibility with the caring for my partner every day. This is literally my downtime now. This bit of time that we got here, and shopping and childcare and everything. It sort of helped in a way that I'm here all the time, but then for my mental health, it doesn't really help, and I need to be doing something. I notice I sit there and I get twitchy. I got to fiddle and fidget about because I have to be doing something. And there gets a certain point in the day you've done everything you can do because you're here all the time, and you've got nothing left to do until a certain time when the next bit's got to be done. So I don't know what I would do with this freedom. Probably carry on as I was, but go out and do more walking about, more foraging, more videos. And just fill my time and learn stuff, educate myself a bit. If someone asked me to kneel, would I? No. Honest answer, no. Unless it was the Queen, that'd be the Queen would be the only person to get me to kneel. Or maybe my kids. If ask me to kneel down and do something with them, that's probably about it. Somebody had a gun to my head, no, I wouldn't. I'd stand there and I'll let them do it. Just because I get in that depressive mood, and if somebody's got a gun to your head, the likelihood of them pulling the trigger is a lot less than you think it is. When you start walking towards them and they've got a gun to your head, they're more likely to get scared and run away than pull the trigger. What's my guiltiest pleasure? Midnight sandwich. That honest answer is got to be a midnight sandwich. Everyone's asleep, all the dogs are asleep, and there's nothing else to do, and I'm still awake. My head's woken up for the second time during the day, and I sit there and I make myself a midnight sandwich with all different things that we've got in the cupboard. Sometimes it's a sweet sandwich, like chocolate and marshmallows and stuff like that. Other times it could be a really, what my other half calls a disgusting sandwich with peanut butter and brown sauce, or just a mixture of things. Is that MJRTY? And thank you very much. KR says F the Queen. We will hide that because I know there's kids that watch this channel. But Yeah, the only reason I'd kneel in front of the Queen is if I was getting knighted. But for everything else, I quite agree with you. The whole royal family is a bit messed up. But for the purpose of the question, kneeling, I would kneel in front of the Queen for her to knight me. What's your favourite sandwich? My favourite sandwich is a brie, a cranberry, and bacon toasted sandwich. That's my favourite sandwich. But I do have these weird and wonderful things that I make, and I think, yeah, they're quite good. And then I realise to everyone else, they might seem quite disgusting. My dog wakes up like magic if I'm making a yeah, my bulldog Butch is like that. He can hear a packet being opened, but he can't hear you when you call his name. Or he can smell when there's food, but he can't smell when he farts and stinks the whole room out. Peanut butter and brown sauce sandwich, yes. That was introduced to me by my dad. And I had the same opinion as my other half when he first told me about it. But chunky peanut butter and a bit of brown sauce in there, and it actually complements each other pretty well. And I was surprised, and I quite like that sandwich now when we got the ingredients in. Yeah, I've got 2 tattoos at the moment. We got my tiger here. This one was done when I was 16, 17. I'm not going to tell you the name of the place, just because of the age I was when I got it done. Me and my friend took the day off of college, and when I got this done, cost me £35-40. It was quite a while ago. And I got this because it was my first tattoo. I didn't want my mum to be angry about it, and she liked tigers. So I got the tiger done. And at the time, Jamie Oliver was on the telly with his nan doing the Sainsbury's advert, jump on the back, come on tiger. And my mum's nan used to like me calling her tiger. She was quite game. She would have got on the back of the motorbike with me as well. So I used that as an excuse to get that. But I only got the tiger, really. One, represent nan, and 2, so my mum wouldn't get angry that I got a tattoo. My second one, there's some handwriting. Initials RJ, it's my eldest son. That one was done the week he was born. It was the last little bit of money that I had left before I lost my job and everything else. But once I get the money, I'm going to get that finished off. I'm going to have my other sons put on there as well. My daughter that passed away about 11 years ago. And then I'm going to get another few tattoos put on as well, but at a later date. And maybe I'll take the video with me and get a video of me having them done. What's the best gift you got for Christmas? Well, this year it's not being infected. But no, this year I got a Mora knife, one of the Swedish-made knives that people like for bushcraft. I thought that was brilliant. A load of foraging books, which I quite enjoy reading and learning from them. Yeah, I think just basically the fact that we was together was the biggest gift I got this year. That none of us got infected or anything, and yeah, that's the best gift I got. The worst gift I got. Don't think I actually hated anything this year. Because sometimes you get rubbish presents from your kids or your mum and dad or whatever. But I don't think I actually hated anything this year. Oh no, tell a lie. My partner got me a digital camera, and we both looked at it and thought it was really good, saw it in the shop, and she ended up buying it. But when we tested it out, it was absolutely pants. She agreed, and that's why she bought me this other camera for my birthday. Have I ever farted than blame the dog. Yes, all over Christmas. Honest answer. Yes, I have. Um, because he farts so often and it smells so bad. If I can get away with it, I blame it on him. If my kids tried it, but he was out the room, so everybody will blame it on him. And his poor git. He's actually sat in his bed, but laid in his bed, snoring his head off out there by the washing machine. So yeah, we've all done it. Do I know how to delete my internet history? Ask him for a friend. No, what I'm gonna say is kill it with fire. That's the only thing I can say to you is kill it with fire. What would I do if one of my kids came home with a tattoo? Well, it depends how young they were. If they were 16, 17, then I couldn't really say much. I wouldn't be happy. Same as my mum wasn't happy when I had mine done. But I couldn't really say much because I had mine done early. As long as they thought it through first and they don't regret it, then it'd be fine. If it's something stupid that I know full well they're going to regret, I'll probably hit the roof. But then it's just one of them things, and people do stupid things. If you don't do stupid things when you're younger and learn from them, you have no memories when you're old. All three of my children have got their ears pierced at the moment. That was a decision made. It was more of a stop them being scared of it thing. I went through a phase when I was my youngest boy's age. I wanted my ears pierced. I was so adamant I wanted it pierced. Mum and Dad didn't have the money. I was on about doing it with a compass. So my dad done it. My first one, this bottom hoop, was done with a needle, an orange, and an ice cube. Froze me with the ice cube, put the orange behind it, and straight through. And they thought I was going to flinch and cry, and I actually didn't. They put a sterilised earring in it, and that's how I got my first piercing. So just to stop the stigma and the rebelliousness, we let our kids have their ears pierced already. My eldest took his out and it closed up, but the other two, they're quite happy with their earrings. Cigarette. I would be of the same opinion as my dad, I think. He told me the first time if he ever saw me with a cigarette again, he'd buy the biggest, dirtiest, greenest cigar he could find, make me smoke it and sit there until I'd finished. Which he did. And I smoked it, but I taught him a lesson. But yeah, I'll probably be the same thing with my kids. It's your choice to do it. I don't agree with it anymore, but I'm not going to fund your habit. You want to have cigarettes and smoke, you go out and earn the money for it. If you want to smoke in front of me, you can smoke one of these cigars. If I was a saint, that would be nice, but I got my demons same as everybody else. What's my favourite cheese? Stilton, no question. That's an easy one to answer. I like blue cheese. Everyone says it's mouldy cheese, but I don't care. I used to hate it when I was a kid, and as I've developed my taste buds, I actually don't mind a little bit of Stilton on a cracker. I quite like it. If someone was to ask me about getting a crazy cabin tattoo, I said don't do it in case you regret it. But if somebody got a crazy cabin tattoo and I didn't know nothing about it beforehand, I would be honoured to have part of my life on that person's skin. So I'm not saying go get one, because I don't think it'd be the right idea. You might regret it. But if you've already had it done, then I'm honoured that part of me is on your skin. Any more? What else? Pour myself a drink. Ooh, ah. I'm glad this new camera is working as a webcam. I'm quite impressed with this new camera that I got for my birthday. It's one of them cheap looking ones off of eBay. It's a HD, no brand name. It says HD video lens and all these different letters and numbers all over it, but no brand name. Closest thing I could find to a brand name was DVC, which is digital video camera. But when we first tried it out, the sound was a bit off, but that was because my son was walking way off in the distance with it. Now I was trying to fiddle about with it, and it came up with the option to have a webcam. So I tried it, and I thought I'd try this live video thing. What is my biggest vice? Cheese. It's got to be cheese. Sneaky bit of cheese here and there. I am a bugger for cheese. My partner probably say my biggest vice would be burgers, because there was a point in my life all I ate was burgers, cheeseburgers, chicken burgers, you name it. I used to have burgers, but there was a point, pardon me, where I had an out of control gambling problem. Back before I met my partner, I used to put all my wages in fruit machines, and then it turned into a drinking problem where I always had to have a drink, and the drugs problem where I always had to have weed. But as I've grown up, I've cut these things out and those things out, and yeah, so now my biggest vice is a bit of cheese. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? I reckon a horse-sized duck. I don't know why. It just sounds more appealing. Horse-sized duck. Could you imagine the size of the fillets if you beat it and chopped it up and cooked it though? Be as big as a child. Keep you eating for days. Duck-sized horses. See, I think the sheer quantity of the horses would make up for the lack of size, because they can bite and they can kick, and ducks are pretty scared of everything. So definitely a horse-sized duck. One of my friends got his ass tattooed with, "That is a rumple shuffler, should I be honoured?" I don't really know how to answer that, if I'm honest. That would be probably the one to take it how you want to take it. If you want to feel honoured because they've had that tattooed on their ass, then more power to you. Yeah, I don't know how to answer that. Are there any people from my childhood that I'd like to reconnect with and have on the channel? Well, I've reconnected with somebody from my childhood, a couple of people. One of them lives a few doors up from where I live now, and he's a great guy. He's a mechanic and MOT tester. But another person I've recently reconnected with is an old friend who is the deputy mayor of my town. but there's a lot of hoops to jump through to get him on the channel. I'd love to get him on the channel and do a food with friends thing, because I know he's a bit of a foodie. Me and him go somewhere that he knows that does great food that I've never tried before. We have a little chat. I'd love to have him on there. I've had my oldest childhood friend on already. It's my kid's godfather. They call him Uncle Marv. See, my son's there. My son is there in the chat now. Galaxy Panda. It's my middle child is Oliver. He's got a little YouTube channel. He does his things. He's also got a TikTok channel where he does some funny videos. And my partner's on there with a thumbs up as well. But yeah, I've reconnected with a few childhood friends. There's some that I would like to get on the channel. Some live quite far away. Some of you might know him as Neil Wood. I've known him since primary school. There's some other friends from secondary school I'd like to reconnect with as well. And basically do some bits and pieces. Am I married? No, we're not married. We've been together for 14 years almost. And we've been through almost everything. And a lot of ups and downs, but we're still together. She's still putting up with me just about, I hope. They're upstairs and doing their thing at the moment. Yeah, so we're not married. We did have plans to get married at some point, but lack of money and everything's just gets in the way. So no, we're not married at the moment. So yeah, we've got in the chat is Galaxy Panda. We've got my partner in there as well. I'll put the links in the description for my son's channels, because two of my sons have channels. One we don't feel is old enough yet, but my two eldest have got YouTube channels, TikTok channels. I think my eldest is starting a Twitch stream or something for his gaming. Yeah, they know more than I do. So, but once this is all done, I'll put the links to the descriptions for a load of supporters that I've had. My kids' channels, they've been subscribed to this channel since almost the first day. And they'll put links to their TikToks as well. And so jump over there and give them a follow. Hooper's Mayhem as well as another one. There's a great guy from Australia. He actually won the 500 subscriber giveaway. We've been in contact ever since. Have a chat here and there. Wouldn't mind doing a backwards and forwards question and answer thing with him once I figure out how to do it. So we'll do it from across the pond, like what's the difference from stuff from here and stuff from there. Also, Mad Dog Adventures is another one. Probably might try and get him on as well at the same time when we do Hooper's Mayhem when I figure it out. You saw Sandra in the chat there. She's got a great YouTube channel. She goes around all these places and look around, quite scary looking stuff happening. Oh, Max Beanie, that's my youngest son with help of my partner. Do I have any advice of meeting a girl? Well, if I'm honest, no. I met my partner when I was in the pub and I sold her a packet of cigarettes. That's how I met her. So, yeah, I don't really have advice about meeting girls. Happy to share a picture. You can share a picture of the arse tattoo if you want. We've got Marcus wouldn't mind having a look. So, Matt, if you want to share that tattoo, that's up to you. I think they saw your comment, Jack, because one of them just appeared at the door over here to me right. I just saw him. What one item would you take on a desert island? Knife. Honest answer, knife. You use a knife to cut down your wood to start your fire. use your knife to kill animals, and you can make fishing rods. So a knife would be the thing. Use it to find water, dig streams to get your water fresh and everything else. So knife would be the one thing I would take. Do I have a favourite joke? Favourite joke. I don't have a favourite joke, but the one that tickled me recently was yesterday, my son's birthday. He was asked, did you get everything you want for your birthday? And my dad turned around to him and said, no, he just needs a hole in his pocket so he's got something to play with. He didn't get it. We was all laughing and he didn't get it, and I had to explain it to him today. So that one tickled me at the moment. My ideal woman would be her indoors or her upstairs. I always say it to her. She don't believe me, but that's her issues. I've told her this for nearly 14 years and she don't believe me. So Max was laughing. Nice one, Max. Don't know if Nicola's still there for you guys to chat to. Nicola, if you're there, they're trying to get hold of you. One luxury item you would take on the desert island. Bog roll. Lots and lots of bloody bog roll. Because I don't want to be wiping my backside with a leaf. Yeah, just bog roll would be the luxury item that I would take. Everyone else like phone, Game Boys, whatever. But no, bog roll and a knife and I'll be all right. My son Oliver is stood there watching the live stream at the door, waving to me through the door. I've a job getting bog roll. It's not been too bad getting it here though. If I'm honest, there was one little bit I had a rant on my personal Facebook, the first lockdown, of all the bog roll going missing and these bloody women nicking all the pasta and all the tuna. She got more tuna down her trousers. It was a big old rant. I was kicking right off. But since then, there's been not that much need to everybody else. It's been a case of do my weekly shop, and if we need it, get it. See, like, yeah, front of this. This is the thing. It seems that way. We do have our down days with each other more than most. Me and my son Oliver, we come to blows with each other. He really annoys the crap out of me. I could quite literally throttle him, but he's my son, so somebody would tell if I was trying to hide the body. The secret, I think the secret is that I could quite easily use them as target practice down the garden if they don't behave. I even said so to him the other day. I said, I'm going to buy a bow and arrow and we're going to play a game. You go run from one side of the fence to the other side of the fence, and I'll try and shoot you with a bow and arrow. And if I hit the littlest one, it's the 1,000,000 points. Now, I think the thing is to laugh. And if you fall out, just bite the bullet and admit when you're wrong. I do struggle with that sometimes. I know I do. If I'm wrong, I don't like to admit I'm wrong, but it does stop the arguments. If you are wrong, admit you're wrong, take your lumps. And I think maybe I should do that a lot more, and everybody should do that a lot more. Deborah's laughing. KR laughing. Well, come in, Oliver. Come in then. This is Oliver. He's using his youngest brother's headset.
I was watching this.
So you're on a live stream.
I'm there.
There you go. What's that? Homeschooling went out the window on week 1, if I'm honest, especially for him. And he's